How's everybody doing? My name is Betchman, and welcome back again to more Pokemon VGC stuff, things, shenanigans, and everything else. Back again with a Necrozma-Dusk-Mane team. We did a little bit of changes to our previous team. We're adding in Urshifu instead of having Lapras. Just in case the Trick Room runs out, I have Urshifu sitting in the back. He can hit a lot of things for a lot of damage. So we'll see how it ends up working out. I still do enjoy using Dusk-Mane, but I do have an idea for a like a Solgaleo team. I have an idea for a Zacian team. I want to use Kyogre. There's so many teams I still want to try, and I know I don't do a crazy amount of uploads every single day of the week because I pretty much for the most part am limited to 2 days a week per usual. But I have so many ideas and so many teams that I really want to try out that I'm super excited to try. And I'm even interested in trying out the new Sun team with using Groudon with Venusaur to see how that ends up working out, or even using... I've actually seen people use Groudon with Charizard. I'm pretty sure that happened in our last video where we barely won because the Charizard missed a Blast Burn, which... it can happen. It is unfortunate. So we're going to give this team one more shot, and then we got something completely different that's going to be coming up within the next week. So we're going against Mitsuru, who's got Galarian, Moltres, Kyogre, Xurkitree, Whimsicott, Zapdos, and Sableye. So I'm a bit interested in this team. He doesn't really have anything that really... synergizes with the Kyogre. I mean, I guess if he's using Xurkitree and he's going for Thunder, or if he's using Zapdos and he's going for Thunder, I guess that would make sense. But let's just go Indeedee. We can go... Well, does he have... He doesn't even have a Fake Out user either. So actually, I like the idea of going Porygon with Incineroar. Unless he's... it's very tricky. Unless he starts off with Sableye, and then all he has to do is Dynamax, and I'm kind of at a really bad point. I think we have to start with him no matter what. Necrozma does pretty well here. He takes a lot of things out and doesn't take very much super effective damage. Really, the only thing is the Moltres, and... the only thing is I don't really have an answer for that Kyogre. I'm really going to bank off of the Trick Room here. Really going to bank off of it. If we can get this Trick Room off, making his team, for the most part, useless, I think it'll work out really well. Only issue is I don't like the Sableye. Sableye can cause a lot of problems. So that's a little bit concerning to me. Moltres and Kai. So he's going to go for... double damage here. He's gonna go for probably a Water Spout and a I'm gonna assume Water Spout, Fiery Wrath. I don't know if I'm actually going to survive this, which would be... it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. We get our download off. Attack goes up, which does a whole lot of nothing for us, so Trick Room, I mean, I have to go for Follow Me. I have to try to protect Porygon as much as I can, even though I'm fairly certain... I mean, if he hits me with Origin Pulse, I don't even know if I'll survive that with the Rain Up. So he does go for Water Spout. How much damage does this do? A lot more than I would have liked, and Fire Wrath hits both. Porygon lives. Thankfully, we don't get flinched. Okay, so it worked out. It worked out. Oh, but that was a wee bit scary. Just a wee bit. I feel like I'm pretty okay to go into Necrozma now. I go into Necrozma, and I'm just going to focus taking out Kyogre to begin with. So, I mean, I could also recover on Porygon here. I'm going to hit Recover on Porygon, and I'm going to Dynamax and go for Max Quake, because most of his team is actually special. Actually, his entire team is special. So that's actually going to be perfect. So we'll hit Kyogre for boosting our special defense. Hopefully he goes for Fiery Wrath and triggers our weakness policy, and we're kind of sitting in a really good spot at that point. So I think this ends up working out pretty well. We have the Trick Room set up. P2 is going to have his health get back, and we're going to do a good amount of damage to Kyogre. So, get our health back. And we're not going to take much damage either, since our special defense is going to get boosted here. And if he goes for Water Spout again, Water Spout will do hardly anything because of his health going down. Oh, I don't like that. Goes for Nasty Plots. That I didn't expect. And, oh, okay, so he's not... Interesting. I expected him to be, like, Choice Scarved or something like that. So that's a bit interesting. We'll go Tri-Attack into... this is really tricky. I guess hit Kyogre and then hit Kyogre again. I have to have him hit my weakness policy here. He's actually going to take him out, but for who? Zapdos. That's unfortunate. So he's got 2 flying types out now. He might even be... Yeah, I was going to say, it'd be smart for him to Dynamax here. I didn't expect him to go for the Nasty Plot. So it was actually a really good strat by him. Because now I'm only sitting at +1 special defense, and he's +2 special attack. It's not looking great, but I get a free Tri-Attack into Zapdos. So, I mean, that's something. We don't... Oh, we do free Zapdos. I really wish I would have done that into Moltres. That would have been insane. And he goes for Airstream into Porygon, who does live. So he knows that I have weakness policy. Okay, so how many turns of Trick Room do we have? We have 2 turns of Trick Room. We have to hit Moltres at this point. And we'll go Max Steel Spike into Moltres. I know I'm going to probably end up losing P2 here, but that's kind of okay. If I lose P2 here, then I can switch into... okay. He's really trying to waste my my Trick Room, which is smart by him, because I was hoping he was going to not do that. So we have Zapdos still frozen. I really wish I was recording this one battle that I did actually, where I went against someone with a Zacian. I froze his Zacian for 7 turns using Tri-Attack. And yes, you heard that right, 7 turns. It was an interesting battle, to say the least. I guess we'll just hit Zapdos, and... I mean, what do I even do here? I guess Sunsteel Strike into Moltres. I really don't have much of anything to go off of here. Because I was really hoping he was going to take out Porygon here, and he didn't. That didn't do very much damage either. That's going to get go into Necrozma. No, he's going to go into P2 because he wants to lower my special defense, which is smart. That is smart. Zapdos is still frozen, so Zapdos is still not a problem. And the rain stops, so he's not going to hit Thunder if he does have it. Dimensions return to normal. That was the end of Moltres' Dynamax, though. And our battery's low. That's also not great. This might work out. Really big might. I have to go for Icicle Crash in the Moltres, and I have to protect because he's just gonna go for Fiery Wrath. Moltres is gone. I think I have a really good shot at winning this battle. Zapdos is still frozen, mind you. I have no idea how many turns that he's been frozen now. Is that 3? 4? Doesn't do much to Glastrier, and he connects Icicle Crash. Please, please, please take him out. Beautiful. There we go. That's what we really, really, really needed. We get the attack boost. Zapdos is still rendered useless. We're getting really, really lucky in that aspect. And he has Whimsicott. Okay. I mean, I could just go for Icicle Crash again into Zapdos. I could go for Heavy Slant. I know Whimsicott's going to be sashed, so I guess hit Whimsicott, and then... I have no idea what I want to do here. He's probably just going to go for Tailwind. We'll Icicle Crash into Whimsicott, and we will Psychic Fang into Zapdos. He's going to go for Charm into Glastrier. Okay. Not great. He's still frozen. Holy moly. So we took Zapdos completely out of the game. Icicle Crash, it does connect, even though he did lower my attack by 2. Wow. I actually could have got a free knockout on Whimsicott, which is kind of upsetting. And he's got Kyogre. So we've seen Kyogre go for Water Spout and Calm Mind, which means he's probably got Origin Pulse, and I don't know what his last move would be. But let's just go High Horsepower into Kyogre, and I guess Psychic Fang and take Kyogre. I need to take him out. He's what I'm... If I take him out, then... Oh, okay, he's actually just going to forfeit, so freezing his Zapdos for... That had to have been close to like 6 turns. Was insane. So P2 came in huge that battle. I didn't expect him to forfeit there because I definitely don't think that the battle was over by any means. But an interesting one to start off. As I said that I had in a previous battle that wasn't recorded, I had froze the Zacian for 7 turns. Well, I just froze the Zapdos for... That had to have been like 5 or 6 turns. I don't know how many. If you guys can let me know how many turns that was. Yeah. So that happened. So next battle is against a Max who also has got a Kyogre team. It's the most popular one that I think most people are running right now. He's got Raichu, Metagross, what is it? I'm totally forgetting its name. It's one of them. It's not Thundurus, it's not Landorus, it's something. Serena, Kyogre, and Regieleki. So Trick Room, again, works really, really well in my favor. I go for P2, I go for Indeedee. He can't go for Fake Out. He can't really stop it much at all. Necrozma does a lot here, and Urshifu kind of hits really hard too, but so does Glastrier. If I get the Trick Room, Glastrier is perfect. Because High Horsepower takes out both Regieleki and Raichu. Does a lot of damage to Metagross. Icicle Crash takes out, what's his name? And his Grass type, yeah. Glastrier is actually a really, really good option here. Then thinking back to that last battle, though, he could have easily gone for Charm into Necrozma as well. And then gone for... If he had to have had Origin Pulse. If he didn't have Origin Pulse, then I don't know what he was doing. But I feel like if he could have gone for that, he would have really taken down both my Pokemon's health. So he was trying to go for Fake Out. He's not going to get it. We already know that P2 is going to survive a Water Spout. Alright. Another Kyogre team. See if we can get another win against Kyogre. I haven't really seen many people using Calyrex. I've seen it a couple times, but not very often. And follow me. I'm already assuming he's gonna... Oh, I don't know if I survive that. That I don't know. This might take both my guys out. Come on, P2. Oh, he lived on 3. Holy moly, what? Wow. So that was insane. And I'm actually super okay with having both my guys get knocked out here. Yeah, let's go Expanding Force, Ice Beam, do a little bit of damage, have both my guys get knocked out, which is totally okay, and then have Necrozma and Glacier have the full range of Trick Room at that point. I really didn't think that Porygon was going to live that. A Helping Hand Water Spout in the rain with Kyogre at full health. Wee bit rough, and I actually invested more into P2's defense and his special defense, so I'm actually pretty surprised that he survived that. On 3. He had to have gotten like a low roll on that. He's going to take her out for Tornadus, that's the name. That actually works out perfectly too, because I went for Ice Beam. Oh, if I had gotten the... Oh, I think I still knocked him out. And we got another freeze. What is going on with P2? Holy moly. We get a freeze, we do some damage to Kyogre. Water Spout's still going to take both my guys out, but that's totally fine. I don't know why he switched Serena out. But, yeah, very unnecessary freeze by P2, but I like it. I like it. So we got Necrozma and we got Glacier. I'm glad I didn't bring Urshifu in this sense because this is working out perfectly for us. Incineroar wouldn't have been a good bring either just because of the Kyogre. He probably didn't bring Raichu. He wouldn't have had any reason to. He did bring Regieleki though. Okay. So I could go Earthquake and then I could Dynamax Glastrier. That is an option. I kind of like that option. Let's just go Earthquake, Dynamax, and go Max Quake into... or we could go Max Hailstorm. Nah. Max Hailstorm does get rid of the rain, but I'm not too concerned about that, especially because these two are going to hit really, really hard. I think Glacier is the better one to Dynamax here. Especially if getting the attack boost from knocking out Kyogre possibly. I don't know how strong his defense is, to be totally honest, but we will see what he's going to go for here. Is that Regieleki or is that... I think that might be Regieleki. Oh! Interesting. This is actually the first person I think that's Dynamaxed, that I've gone against that's Dynamaxed Kyogre. I expected him to hit Regieleki. So we're going to get the special defense boost. And we'll see if Regieleki is sashed or not. Special defense goes up. I am going to hit my own Glacier if that's okay. Oh, I just didn't even knock him out, surprisingly enough. Oh, smart. Smart, smart, smart. He wants to set up the electric terrain, and then he wants to go for Rising Voltage to hit both my guys. That is a smart move. Or Electro Ball. Now I'm questioning that entire sequence of events. Okay. Earthquake, Max Quake. Same thing again. I can hit my own. Yeah, that was interesting. If he went for Rising Voltage, I think that would have worked out a lot better in his favor. But that was an interesting decision he made. I feel like it would have benefited him more if he would have If he would have Dynamaxed, I do kind of want to see his team. I think it would have benefited him more, like I was saying, though, if he would have Dynamaxed Regieleki, maybe? He didn't bring Metagross. Tornadus I just destroyed. Had Power Whip, Triple Axle, High Jump Kick, and Helping Hand. What item did it have? Wide Lens. And then he had Water Spout, Thunder, Ice Beam, Origin Pulse. With Choice Scarf. Okay. And Volt Switch, Electro Web, Thunder, Electro Ball. So that's actually also interesting. And he had Choice Specs on. In that sense, I would have actually taken Magnets on Regieleki. And if your goal is to set up the electric terrain, I would have taken Rising Voltage on Regieleki. It hits both opponents on the field, does a ridiculous amount of damage. So last battle is going to be against Shadow, who's got the Ho-Oh team. Haven't seen that all that often. So he's got Ho-Oh, Landorus, T-Tar, Grimmsnarl. Wow, I cannot remember its name. I'm really struggling on names today. And Amoonguss. What does he got? What are we going to do here? Again, Trick Room benefits us more than it benefits him. Besides that stupid Amoonguss. I hate Amoonguss. Every fiber of my being. I kind of want to start off with Necrozma and Indeedee. Because I really want to take Amoonguss out, like, immediately. Because I have a feeling he's going to send it out. Have Porygon, and then the only thing is I don't have a Rock-type move to take out that Ho-Oh. Which kind of sucks. Glastrier does okay here. Urshifu seems like a better choice. Nah, I need the ice type. I need the ice typing. Takes out Lando, takes out Amoonguss. Takes out weird yellow dragon thingy. Why can I not remember any names? I'm still thinking about the name. It's gone. Can't find it. I can't even remember Tornadus for whatever reason. Alright, let's try and go 3-0 with our Dusk-Mane Necrozma team before we switch it up and we switch to other legendaries to try out. I've had a lot of fun with Necrozma though. So we got Lando, Ho-Oh. We're going Necrozma and Indeedee. So we can get the oh, he's got Intimidate. That's not good. Intimidate. We got Psychic Surge. Ho-Oh's gonna be huge, which scares me. It can go for a Fire-type move if it wants as well. Should I Dynamax right out the gate? I can Dynamax right out the gate, go for Psychic into Ho-Oh, who I think is going to be the one that's going to be more troublesome. And then hit and go Helping Hand. I feel like that's the best option. I want him to hit me with a super effective move here. Oh, okay. Please be Amoonguss. Oh my gosh, okay. What a switch out. Switches into Grimmsnarl. That sucks. I did not expect that whatsoever. He probably expected me to go for a Psychic move though because I set up the Psychic terrain with Necrozma, so that does make sense. Thankfully I do actually have Psychic Fangs for when he sets up yeah, I go for Helping Hand, but it's not going to do anything. Hopefully he went for Earthquake. No, he goes for Rock Slide. Does nothing. And Max Mindstorm does nothing, so it's kind of a really big waste of a move. Hopefully my batteries don't die in my controller as I'm doing my last battle. I could go for boosting my special defense. Max Quake into Grimmsnarl with... hopefully he I'm really hoping he doesn't switch out again. Okay, he didn't switch out this time. Goes for Trick, which is not going to work because of Psychic Terrain, which is why I love setting it up. We're not going to get flinched because we're Dynamax, and we get a Max Quake off. Which does half his health. Special defense goes up. I think I could just go for Steel Spike on the last one into Grimmsnarl just to take him out and be done with him. And I could go for Expanding Force, but I don't really think it's going to do a whole lot for me. Actually, I'm going to switch into P2. Switching into P2 could actually work out pretty well for me. He switches out Lando into T-Tar. Okay. So he's got T-Tar, Lando, Ho-Oh, and Grimmsnarl. Let's see if Grimmsnarl goes for Reflect or not. Special attack boost. Nope. He does go for Reflect. Let's see if I actually take him out, even though he set up the Reflect. With my attack being down 1. I do take him out. Okay. So he might actually switch into Ho-Oh here. Maybe. P2 is going to get hit by it. He might switch into Ho-Oh, and now he's got T-Tar as well on the field, where he's feeling pretty confident because he's got the Reflect up. But I do have Psychic Fangs on Necrozma. Actually switches into Lando. Okay. This might perfectly help me set up this might help me set up my Trick Room. I know I'm -2 on my attack, which does suck. But I'm going to go for Psychic Fangs into Lando, and I'm going to Trick Room. Glastrier kind of wrecks house on the rest of his team here. Okay, he's going to switch into Ho-Oh, so I get a free shot into Ho-Oh. It's not going to do anything, but it kind of secures the fact that I'm not going to get knocked out. Or not going to have P2 get knocked out, because he's going to Dynamax the T-Tar. Which is smart. T-Tar is still something that, even in, we're now in Series 8, is still so incredibly strong. Because I do actually have a team that has him on it that I may or may not be using next week, and we'll see if it works out or not. Goes for Max Knuckle in the P2. Yep. But I do get the Trick Room off. And I do take away his Reflect here. So Ho-Oh's attack goes up, T-Tar's attack goes up, which is not good. That actually did a decent amount of damage, even though I'm -2. Probably because I have the Psychic Terrain up. And we get the Trick Room. Now, if I can get something... Let's just, I mean, we might as well just go for Psychic Fangs again into Ho-Oh. And we want to go... We could go Tri-Attack into T-Tar, because I want to try and get some kind of status effect. Imagine I freeze him here. Oh, we got nothing. That would have been insane if we actually froze him. Max Knuckle again. Into P2 again. So he hates P2. I feel you on that. His attack is now +2. He's probably going to go for a Heat Wave. Oh, Recover. Okay, we got to try for the status one more time. Because P2's still hanging around. So let's actually switch Necrozma out for Indeedee. And try attack into T-Tar. It's going to be a bit of a longer battle. We already took out Grimmsnarl, so he's not going to set up any screens for him. We keep Necrozma alive. Switch into Indeedee to reset the psychic terrain. So we're chilling there. And hopefully we get a status effect on T-Tar. If we get a burn or a paralysis, that'd be huge. Come on, give me a burn. Give me a burn. Oh, we got paralysis. Okay, okay. He goes into Indeedee slot, right? Yep. Okay, but T-Tar's paralyzed, which is huge for us. Huge, huge, huge. And Ho-Ho just goes for recover. So I can already tell that Ho-Oh is going to be incredibly annoying to try and take out. We got exactly what I wanted to have happen. Now the question is who do I send out? He didn't increase his defense or anything. So who's got the higher attack? Necrozma or Glastrier? 165, oh sorry, 194, 216. Let's just go Glastrier, why not? Okay. So his Dynamax is done, neither one of us have Dynamax anymore. He's paralyzed, which is also really huge. I sort of kind of just want to close combat into T-Tar. How many turns of Trick Room do I have left? 2? Let's close combat and let's recover. Because 2 can play that game. I'm pretty sure that close combat's going to knock out T-Tar. I know he's +2 attack, but he did not increase his defense whatsoever. Or his special defense. He didn't do anything to boost that. Because he really wanted to take out P2 and he didn't. So he's going to switch out. He's going to switch into Lando. Which does suck because now I had a feeling I should have gone into that slot with Icicle Crash to predict it. Which would have been a huge, huge, huge prediction. But that's okay. Close combat does nothing. And I'm going to have my defenses lowered, which means if he goes for Sacred Fire, I'm assuming, he'll take me out. Or if he gets greedy and goes for like a Heat Wave. So, get my health back. He does go for Sacred Fire. It's probably going to take me out. Yep. Is it I don't know if that's actually a crit every single time. I thought I had a chance to burn. Maybe. So now, Sandstorm goes away. I have Necrozma still. We got Necrozma and P2, and he's got a paralyzed T-Tar in the back. Oh, what do we do? Sunsteel Strike does nothing to Ho-Oh. Psychic Fangs is the only thing that I can hit it with. And, I mean, at this point, I go... I feel like I should just try attack Ho-Oh. Because why not? Withdraws Lando to send out T-Tar again to have the Sandstorm, because he also wants to go -1 attack to Necrozma here, which does make sense. I actually think that he's going to win this one, depending on how much damage this does. Doesn't do anything. I don't get a status effect. That did a lot. And he goes for recover. Ah, he's so freaking bulky and annoying. Dimensions return to normal. So I could just go for a Sunsteel Strike into T-Tar. I think he's going to switch out into Lando, though. That's the thing. I'm just going to set up the Trick Room again. I think he's going to switch into Lando again. Yep. So I predicted that perfectly, so he's going to switch back out. Obviously, my attack goes down twice now, so not good. I protect, so we'll see if he goes for Sacred Fire or anything into P2. He was actually going for Necrozma. Okay. And we set up the Trick Room again. I don't really know if he's got much of an answer for P2 or not. Besides me constantly getting buffed by the, by that. I guess Psychic Fangs into Ho-Oh, and I'm just going to recover P2 because I want to have my health back. It's going to be a longer battle. Because he's just going to keep switching out, because he wants to lower my attack as low as he possibly can. And I'm just going to keep hitting Ho-Oh here. He gets some kind of chip damage. P2's sitting pretty healthy right now. I'm still doing a lot of damage. Do I live this? No. Hard no. Okay, well that kind of sealed the deal on that. I thought maybe I'd live. But no such luck. I should have just doubled into... Honestly, I should have just doubled into Ho-Oh. I don't think I would have taken him out though, because Tri-Attack does nothing, and I'm not getting... I haven't been getting very lucky with... oh, he actually is... I forgot that he'd be first because of Paralysis. Or wait, did my Trick Room... No, my Trick Room didn't end. Status effect. Nothing, and he gets to recover off. So that's going to be kind of it for that one. We'll go ahead and walk away from that, because I have no means of being able to take T-Tar out at all, or this Ho-Oh. So, great battle. Didn't expect Ho-Oh to be that troublesome. If you don't have a rock type, it's actually... quite the problem to deal with. So other than that, I mean, we're able to go 2-1, so I'm not upset with that whatsoever. Able to increase our rank a little bit, but I am excited to try some other teams. I really did enjoy using Necrozma a lot. I definitely think that Dusk-Mane is better than Dawnwing, right? Yeah, we'll go with that. I totally forgot. I think it's Dusk-Mane and Dawnwing. But Dawnwing Necrozma, it's good. Its typing is kind of tough to deal with. So, oh, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. Here is the rental team for what I just used. Go ahead and give it a shot. I enjoyed using Necrozma a lot, and once again, thank you to Flippo for the shiny Necrozma so that we could show that off with both Dusk-Mane and Dawnwing, because I had a lot of fun using it. Still will probably use it in the future as I, figure out better teams to run around Dusk-Mane. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!